Hello. I, Chirag, from the Localwell Pharmacy Billing Software team, welcome you. Today, we'll discuss a feature released a while ago, which many of you are already using. This feature addresses a common problem faced by pharmacy business owners daily, making it crucial. As you can see in this video, you must have guessed from the title. Today we will discuss the cash and bank feature. Cash and bank feature is a very big module of this software and hence it is very important. So it is very important to understand it in detail and to know how to use this feature. So without any delay, let's move ahead in this video and understand how this feature works. See, before demonetization, when a customer used to come to your store and buy medicines from you, he mostly used to pay you in cash and you used to count your cash at the end of the day and sell the money you had collected. You used to end your day matching it with the payment method. Everything was fine. But after demonetization, many new payment modes were introduced. Like you have UPI, debit card, credit card. These are also very popular and today the customer who comes to your store pays you for the medicines he buys from you through many of these payment modes. Now see, this increases convenience for the customer. See, the biggest problem for a pharmacy business owner is that the payment he has collected throughout the day or the payment you have made to the suppliers, meaning the payment you have made for the purchases made by them. In the end, it becomes difficult to match every payment mode. To solve this, we brought the cash on bank feature. What it does is that you can create all your payment accounts like UPI payment account, your bank accounts etc. in it. And all your business statements or general entries, you can record them and match your statement here. So see, whatever entries are made in business, we are dividing them into ways here. Firstly, those entries are your business level entries where you are dealing with a customer or a supplier. All the payments that happen are on one side. And on the other side, we have general entries. How can we understand general entries like your cash collection, the deposit you made in the bank, money transferred from one bank to another in your account or the payment settlement in your bank account from your UPI wallet? You have deposited a check in the bank or you have given a check to someone and that check has been withdrawn. So entries of that type are general entries and transaction entries include those entries, for example, your sales, any sales return, purchase return or your business expenses. All of these come under your transaction or business entries. Now, let's see how to record entries in the cash and bank feature and manage payments. Look at the left gray menu, where the cash and bank feature is provided. You'll see two options, payment account and manage check. For payment accounts, first create your bank account. To do this, select Add New Account. Click it or press F4 on your keypad. You'll then be asked for the type of your payment account. So here you are given three types. The first type is that of a bank account or your current account or the savings bank account that you are using in business. You can keep a record here. The second thing you asked about is a digital wallet. It means if you use any UPI instrument like BharatPe, PhonePe, Paytm, or MobiKwik, you can create a UPI wallet here. The third is an EDC account. If you have a credit or debit card machine, you can create a separate EDC account for it. First, we go to the bank point. The first thing it asks for is the IFSC code. Let's enter the IFSC code here. Once you enter the IFSC code, it will fetch your bank and branch details. After that, you need to enter your bank account number in this field. Following this, it will prompt you to specify if your account is a current account or a savings account. For business purposes, make sure to select the current account option. Enter the name of your business, your account name here. Suppose I enter my medical store's name. After entering, scroll down to see the question about your opening balance. Suppose I start today, 23rd. My opening balance for today is the closing balance of the 22nd, which I enter here. Suppose my opening balance was 12,000 rupees. I entered it and you will see the account created here. Now, I will create another UPI account of mine. I typed F4, went to the wallet and pressed enter. They are asking for your UPI address. Suppose I enter my UPI address here. See, it appears here. Suppose I select this. You can also change its display name, like naming it PhonePe UPI wallet. I've entered it here, and the opening balance is as asked in the bank account. Similarly, the opening balance can be entered here. Suppose my closing balance on the 22nd was 2,500 rupees, then I'll enter the opening balance of the 23rd here. Click Create, and your UPI wallet will be created. Now, after your payment accounts are created, how do I do payment entries in these accounts? First, we look at business entries like sale return, purchase, and purchase return. What do we do for that? I come to my sales module. Let's create a sample sale. I add a product here. Now you see I'm getting a payment of 101 rupees. When we save it, it will ask if the customer has paid. As soon as you enter it, it will ask for the payment mode. In payment mode, if a customer pays via PhonePe, I take the account. Enter the UTR or reference number, or just press enter to save. On the cash and bank page, you'll see the PhonePe UPI wallet as the payment account. You can see an entry under M. Naveen Kumar for a payment of 101 rupees. Our opening balance was 2,500 rupees, so it became 2,601 rupees. This balance has been updated. When entering sales, you can add payment by selecting the payment mode. Now, suppose this is your account, and your PhonePe account had 2,600 rupees. 1 rupee was transferred to SBI. It's now in your SBI account. How will you add the transaction? We have an admin transaction option. If I press F2, you have the option to add transactions here in 3 different ways. First, by depositing cash into a bank account. Second, by withdrawing cash to use as operating cash. Third, by transferring funds between accounts and recording the transaction here. First, let's talk about withdrawing cash. When I enter, the window opens. First, it's asking which account the withdrawal was from. Choose the account here. Suppose I chose State Bank. It's asking when you withdrew from this account. If you want, you can enter the date and time here, then the withdrawal amount. For example, I withdrew 1,250 rupees. Then, if I want, I can enter UPI number and add a remark. Suppose I withdrew operating cash and save it by pressing enter. When you enter this way, your balance of 1,250 rupees in your State Bank of India account will be saved. There was a cash withdrawal, your amount will be reduced. If you check cash on hand, it will be credited. 1,250 rupees is deposited. What I mean is, you can enter this way too. If you assume your PhonePe UPI wallet amount is settled in your bank, how will you enter it? Click on F2 here. Go to account transfer. First, you have your PhonePe account. You will choose that. And in which account the transfer was done. Suppose your payment was transferred to SBI and the amount is 260 rupees. You entered its reference number and put the settlement account here. You've created an entry. Now, if we go to SBI, see, 260 rupees has been credited in the phone UPI wallet and your balance is updated here. Likewise, on PhonePe, you'll see 260 rupees debited. So you can create entries of this type from here. Now, if someone has given you a check or you have given a check to someone, how can you enter it? Let us see. First, we go to the purchase section. Here, in the purchase section, suppose the payment to Rathi distributor is pending for 9,582 rupees. You added payment to them and here you will see an option to check paid out, which means you have given a check to that distributor. You have chosen this option, so you need to make sure to settle both invoicings. Here, you will need to enter the 6-digit check number that is located below the check. Additionally, Please enter the check date in this section, regardless of whether it is post-dated or today's date. Furthermore, the MICR number can also be found below the check. Optional. You may choose to enter it if you wish, but keep in mind that it is a 9-digit number. When you make a payment by check, it does not get settled right away. The check is only settled after it is deposited into the bank and then thoroughly processed, which can take a considerable amount of time. That's why we have a section called Manage Checks. If you look in Manage Checks, you'll see a paid out check entry. There are two sections, Open Check and Cleared Check. Open check means you've given the check, but the payment isn't settled yet. This amount won't go to your bank account, it's pending. Here, it shows the amount, the check number of Rakhi distributor, the invoice number, and your check of 6,603 rupees. Now if I enter it, it gives me three options. The first is to withdraw the check from the bank account. This means when the parties have deposited the check and the bank has settled it from your account, you can record it here. I will enter on withdraw. The option asks from which of your bank accounts this check of 6,603 rupees has been withdrawn. Press the space bar and your bank accounts will be shown. If you made this payment from SBI, select SBI. You'll see your UTR number in the bank statement. Enter that UTR number here. Enter remarks like payment for purchase or invoices, then save it. When we save it, the check changes from open to clear for 6,603 rupees. If you check open checks now, you won't see anything. Suppose I go to SBI to the payment account, it will show a check withdrawn for 6,603 rupees, reducing your balance from 10,904 rupees to 4,381 rupees. This is how you enter the check. Now, let's see a check payment. Suppose a customer paid by check. We'll add payment here. There, you saw a paid out check, and here, a paid in check. Select the option here. Settle your invoice, continue, and enter the check number. Suppose the check date is the 21st, enter the MICR number and save it. As soon as you made the payment, all corresponding invoices were marked as paid. You should see the amount is now 1,045, down from 3,245. Your payment is marked when creating the check, but your check payment won't appear in your account until you enter its clearing transaction. We are back in the check section. Here, it shows a paid check of Kavita Bharat Nagar for 2,222 rupees. Clicking on it, this withdrawal came at purchase time on the deposit account itself, check to bank. We will choose this here and come down here. You are asking here that in which bank account this should be added, so suppose I chose SBI here also. Put the UTR number here payment, PIN, stay in invoices. I placed it here and pressed enter. This is a check for deposit, showing its entry in your clear check. If I go to payment accounts and open the state bank statement, you'll see a check deposit entry of 2,222 rupees. Your balance is now 4,381 to 651,300. So in the same way, you can match the statement of your bank account or payment account or your UPI wallet, your cash in hand, etc. by keeping a record of all the entries in the same way so that whenever you give this statement to your accountant at the end of the month, it becomes very easy for him to match your entries. Now suppose you want to download the statement of this payment Navigate to Account Actions and select Export CSV. Specify the period you wish to download the statement for, such as the 23rd to the 24th. Click on Download CSV. Statement will be downloaded automatically, and you can issue it to your supplier or accountant. Also, in Account Actions, there's an option to add or reduce balance. Sometimes the bank pays you interest or charges for a debit card. For those entries, you have the option to add or reduce balance. Click on it and it asks if you want to add or reduce money. Select that, choose your date, and suppose I entered a transaction on the 22nd at 16:30. At 30 minutes, I entered a transaction and its amount is 1100. And this adjustment is my interest credited. So I enter this here, the UTR number, and save it. Now see what happens, it automatically shows the interest credited. 1100 rupees added. If any of your transactions are missing, you can add or reduce the balance to calculate the amount added or deducted. You can enter the bank statement here. This was your cash and bank feature. We aimed to show you the details and usage. Apart from this, if you have any questions, you can ensure that you can WhatsApp us on our support number, call us, reach us out. Our team will be very happy to answer all your questions, and you can also please like the video, subscribe to this channel so that we can easily connect and bring some more videos to you, and you can show your questions and your appreciation for us in its comment section. So that is all I want from you for today. Goodbye and